what's up, historians? Welcome back to another great episode of Historically Haunted VODCAST, Season 5, Episode 31. The end of August will be the end of Season 5. Start of Season 6 will be in September. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's a special late start. My guest is having a hard time tuning in for some reason. He can't connect, so he'll be just along in a minute, hopefully. He is scheduled to join us. He is an actor in such films as some great films that I watched recently on Tubi, Go Away. He stars in Go Away, which is the sponsor of the show, David Kerr. He is also the director. David Kerr is the director and producer of these films. He sent me these sign for the sponsorship with his wife, Amber Fulcher. She's a makeup effects artist, special effects artist, and actress. He is a writer, film writer. He is also a director, David Kerr. Kerr. He does these great films. Return of the Slasher Nurse. Slasher Nurse is coming out soon, so that's great. His new stuff. So I appreciate your sponsorship. His guest, however, Michael McGLYNN, 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 I think. I haven't had a chance to speak with him yet personally, but he's going to be along. He's an actor and also a producer with a lot of these films. And someone who's actually in those films sent me a opening. Her name is Shonda Rawlings. She was a guest recently, and she sent me this for the podcast, guys. Check this out. Let me turn it up. Thank you, Shonda.
Hi.
Oops.
Guys, your friend Shonda Rawlings here, and you are watching Historically Haunted Vlogcast with Adam, the Historian Ghost Hunter. I hope you guys enjoy the show tonight. Have fun.
Awesome. That's a great intro. I appreciate that. That's really cool. I love getting these from these actors and actresses and stuff. So thank you guys for tuning in. Also, a shout out to a former guest of mine that I had on, geez, not too long ago. He sent me, Devin Oman, sent me some films of his, signed some DVDs. Yes, gore first. I haven't watched him yet. I got to watch him soon. Vile Spirit, he signed him to me. So he's going to sponsor the show in a couple of weeks as well. I appreciate that. He's also a guest. So, so I'm not sure. He's a little lagging right now. He did send me a message that he can't really seem to jump on. It's in Spanish or something like that. So I don't know. So it may be an early show. I'm going to stop, I think, going special start times. I got a lot more. What's up, Christine Marie? Appreciate checking in. You're my guest next week, I believe, right? I'm going to need a picture from you soon, if I remember right. I have the schedule down. So, yeah, I got to start doing special times at like 9 p.m. because it's fucking late on the East Coast, and half the time it just doesn't work out. So I got to stick to 7 p.m. or I just won't do the show because it just doesn't seem to work out and end up being tired. So, and people don't tune in because it's late, and 9 p.m. to 10 is rough. So I got to start sticking to 7 p.m. where I just can't have people on. So, yes, you are Christine Marie, guys, photographer for the Warren Con, the Warren Convention with Tony Spera, the real Annabelle. I've known Christine for a while. I actually met her at the Warren Con a couple years back when I was asked to load up Annabelle on stage with Brandon Golding, who's also a client of mine for Viper Paranormal. So that was cool. So, yeah, I'm waiting to see if he pops in. If not, that sucks. Hopefully we'll get him back again. Like I said, he's in these movies that I got, which I really appreciate the sponsorship. Check this out, guys. I got all these Blu-rays signed. The Curse of the Slasher Nurse, a female serial killer. The sponsor and my guest who's supposed to be on tonight actually star in that, which is pretty neat. Return of the Slasher Nurse sign. So I got all that with the Bloody Summer Camp. So that's pretty neat. Like I said, I was sponsored by Clown Motel the last month and a half. Mary Kate, so that was cool. So I appreciate the love. What's up, Thomas? Thomas was just on a podcast not long ago. I watched it with Father Bob, who's on there with Gwen, and he popped on. And of course, I was getting ready for this. I didn't get a chance to watch, but he's a client of mine. He's doing the Paracon in Connecticut. He's just a Salem Paracon. Thomas is all over the fucking place, and he's just a true friend, man. When I met Marie, Christine Marie at the Paracon at the Mohegan Sun, I got off the elevator. I see Thomas. We go to the bar and get a drink. Like, get the fuck out of here. So I would talk to him. I was friends with him on Facebook before that, but to actually, meet him and shit. And yes, my sponsor also sent me these 2 playing cards of Sleepaway Camp. Different people that are in the movie and shit. Actually, the guy who's gonna be on my show, I believe, is in this. Right? One of these fucking guys. I think the Camp Killer. Yeah, that's him. This is the dude. Bill's gonna be my guest tonight. He plays the mask in Sleepaway Camp. Summer Bloody Camp. Bloody Summer Camp, which I have. So Felissa Rose is in that. She played the chick in Sleepaway Camp that had the penis at the end. The hissed, you know what I mean? That's cool from the 80s. So Lauren Perez, what's up, girl? The Radicals. One of my clients. Much love, you guys. It's always giving me gifts. They've done 2 of my tours. I've only done 3 tours. They're all to my clients. 2 of Danny and Lauren, the Radicals, and 1 of Jean, who made me an Eastern Ghost Cat research hat. She's also a client of mine. cryptozoology in Maine. I've taken them to where they've shot the movies Thinner from Stephen King and Pet Cemetery House and Hancock. Play the song in the Ramones. Grave sites of shit. So, cheers. I got to be up at 5:30, so I don't really know. Whatever. That's cool. I don't go in much, but I can fucking do it because I'm tough. And hopefully my guest tunes in. We'll see. Holy shit. Check it out, guys. I see you. I'm bringing you on. Here he comes now. All right. I have faith. I never gave up on you. Michael McGLYNN, right? I fucking hope I didn't butcher that. What's up?
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Yeah, what's up, buddy? Oh. I know you weren't dodging me. I think you were having technical difficulties. So.
Yeah, no. Oh, hey, let me put my volume.
You're a fucking Weisenheimer. I love your little jokes on Facebook. You're a funny cat, dude. Uh-oh.
There.
There you are. Pleasure to meet you, good sir.
Good. Nice to meet you too, brother. There you go. Nice,
man. I'm glad. I know we didn't pre-talk. We're kind of freeballing it here because I haven't had a chance to personally meet you. How do I say your last name without butchering it?
Oh, it's McGLYNN.
McGLYNN. Okay. Well, this is what it sounds like. I don't know if it was like a hyphen or something. I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah, it's just a weird spelling.
Dude, I'm a big fan of your work. You're producing, you're acting. The people we got kind of the same friends and shit like that. Like Shonda Rawlings, she did the intro for me. So, dude, we've been friends on Facebook for a while, you and I. So I'm like, I gotta fucking hit this guy up. So thanks for coming on.
Oh man, well, thank you so much for having me, man.
Awesome. I'm like, he's not bailing on me. He's gonna show up. Come on, Santa. I've been good.
Oh yeah, no, I kept on going at it. It was just like, I said, wait a minute, like all of a sudden it all just started clicking. Like, go and put your email in now. I'm like, oh, well, wait, it's gonna work now.
Awesome. All right. Well, Mike, let's take it from the top. Pow. Welcome to the show. I like to just get to know my guests, man. Obviously, it's all about what you do and shit, but I want to get to know the real you, brother, if you don't mind, without getting too sentimental. But I want to know, man, what you got you started into horror movies and acting and all this fun shit.
Actually, I've always had a love for acting. Even back in high school, I did theater. I actually kind of joked around that when all my buddies were going off and doing like shop and doing like woodwork, I was doing home ec and I was doing theater. And they're like, why are you always going there? I was like, well, one, all the girls are in home ec and they know
the chicks. I was gonna say the chicks. Smart man.
Yeah. And well, then they get to see how fun you are in theater as like it's a double win and stuff. But I also really did enjoy it. I love making people laugh. That's always been my big thing. Like I always like making a big spectacle of myself that gets everyone laughing. It's just something I really enjoy. If I can make everyone laugh, I know it's a good day. Like, if I can just brighten up someone's day. So, and then I kind of I've always loved horror movies. Like even as a kid, as early as I'd say probably like 8 to 10 years old, I was already digging all the old Universal monsters. I loved Abbott and Costello growing up, so seeing them with all the Universal monsters and stuff, I was a big fan of those as well. Lon Chaney Jr.'s Wolfman is like still one of my favorites of all time.
Even Young Frankenstein there's kind of funny, goofy, scary with the Frankenstein.
Exactly. I love that kind of stuff. It's kind of the reason why I love, Dave and Company. It's like I kind of feel like we have a little bit of that same, kind of nod, his style to it, where we do the horror, but we throw some good, funny humor in the mix. And
it's such a weird blend. Horror comedy
really
is such
is.
a weird blend, but it works everything from Evil Dead to fucking, final, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there's so many movies. Like Scout's Guide to a Zombie Apocalypse. That was a fun one. Final Girls. I really enjoyed that one. That's actually one of my favorites. Because I love the Friday the 13th style series and stuff. It's one of my favorite series out there outside of Hatchet. I think Hatchet's still my top favorite series.
So you're a Kane Hodder fan in general, then?
Oh yeah, matter of fact, I just came back from Fear Fest where I got Tiffany Shepis to sign my Hatchet poster because she was in.
I saw that. I follow you. I saw that.
Oh yeah. And I've got a lot of signatures. I got Adam Green, I got Kane, I got Tony Todd, I got Sid Haig, Caroline Williams, Zach Gallen, Derek Mears,
Jason or Mike Myers rather. Jason, right?
Yeah. He was Jason in the latest Friday the 13th movie.
The remake, right?
Yeah. And he also showed up in Holliston a lot with Adam Green as well. He is such a sweet, nice dude.
Dude, he signed my thing for free. He didn't charge me when I met him. He Haddonfield or whatever. He does a CD with Phil he does a CD Haddonfield or something. He signed it and gave it to me. Took a picture with me.
Oh yeah, no, I mean like when I met him, we mentioned that we did films and stuff, and first he wanted me to tell him all about he wanted to know the films what they were about and everything like that, and then he would actually start giving us pointers, and to a degree he gave us a little bit of a pep talk of don't give up, keep on going at it, if you're always doing better, keep improving, you're on the right track, just keep going. And it was that awesome little nudge you weren't expecting to get that you got, and you're I was already confident about doing this. Now I feel even better about it.
I love that you're humble enough to still take advice, even though you've produced, you've directed. I followed your chart, your IMBD. You got a lot of shit under your belt, but you still are very humble, brother. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm at that point where I've even told a lot of people I work with my biggest goals is I love acting. I really do. I enjoy it immensely. But I'm also not trying to make it in the business. But I know a lot of people I work with are, and if anything I can do to help them get to that point, I will be happy, and I will be right there at the sidelines cheering them on when they get to that final stretch. I guarantee I will be there for that.
You want to do your best. You're not trying to undermine anybody. You just want to do your best and help people do their best. You're not trying to be better. You're just trying to do your best. That's fucking humble, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, matter of fact, funny enough, it's one of the many of little things that Dave noticed about me on Bloody Summer Camp that I think kind of swayed him into inviting me to be his producer. Because at one point, that one will always still be my.
I don't mean to cut you off. There's a little bit of a delay. I'm in Maine, so there's a little bit of a delay. I'm not trying to speak over.
Sorry.
There's a little bit. I live in the fucking mountains. No, I'm sorry. I gave you a shout out because this is one of my. I saw it on Tubi and I got hooked and I hit Dave up and he sent me a bunch of autographs and his wife Amber. I mean, fantastic. And you're gonna be in the new. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just a super fan. Sorry.
No. It's all
Summer
good,
Camp is killer.
Oh yeah,
that's you with the mask, right? I mean.
Oh yeah, and that was actually kind of one of the ways to kind of lead me towards being one of the producers. At one point, Dave came to me and said, "Hey, just want to let you know, I might ask you to fill in from time to time to play Devilface." And my response to him was that, Dave, if you need me to fill in, I'm happy to do so. Oh yeah, no, that was not me though. That was actually.
Was it? Okay, so you had, but still, that's a pretty good task, man. Because fucking the one times when you were doing the humor with him, he's literally funning with even with fucking Go Away. It was almost like a game with death, man. He's just either cut out your heart or fucking her finger or whatever the fuck. It's just gory shit. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm literally fanning out. Cool, I'm fanning out.
No, man. I mean, honestly, I love to Go Away too. Matter of fact, I actually was the one who played Red Mask, Jerome. Today's his 50th birthday. Happy birthday, Jerome, if you're watching. But I actually talked to him for a little bit last week, and I even told him then too. I told him out of all the movies we've done and everything, I will say I think you had one of my favorite lines from all of our movies, which was in Go Away, where they came back to the main room and the bodies were missing. And he just looks at it as a camera and he goes, "Does anyone ever stay dead in this house?"
Does anyone ever stay dead in this house? I remember that. I go, that's a fucking tattoo line. That's a good one.
I just love it. And just the way he projected, it was almost frustrating. It's are you kidding me? Didn't I just stab you a second ago? Where are you?
Well, I got to ask you, Mike. I got to ask you a fun one. Let me pick your brain a little bit. What's one of your funnest roles? Is it producing? Is it acting? Is it is it hard to pick?
I go back and forth. Overall, I get overall more joy across the board, obviously with acting, because it's more of you get to be in front of the camera and just get to perform. producing is a mixed bag. Like there are a lot of great moments you get to have. Like you're on the forefront when the film gets done. You get to show off the premieres. Like you get to be right there with like the director, the special effects artists, and producers, and saying, "Hey, look at what we made all come together." As like a team and stuff. Right. But I kind of always joke too that like if you ever want recognition, like in film, almost anything is better than being the producer. Like there's a lot of work behind the producer, and you don't ever get to glam. I remember I did a rant on one of our sets. I was like, when was the last time you ever heard anyone say, "Hey, I want to go check out that movie in the theater"? Why? Because it's starring this person? No. Why? Because it's directed by that person? No. Because this person produced it.
You get you're in the trenches, but you get none of the glory. You're behind the scenes, and you're the workhorse. But it's always director and actor. It's so true.
It really is. But you know what, though? I mean, I'm okay with that, though, too, because you know what? The people, the important people I know, like the people I work with internally, like, the talent, the crew, they all know what I do, and they all really appreciate me. And that's all I ever need. Like,
you're one of my top 5 producers, motherfucker.
Oh, I will take that and I will run with that.
I want to send you back. I want to send these Blu-rays to you and have you sign them because I got Dave and his wife to sign them. And I want to get Shonda to sign some, Rawling, and I want to get you to sign some. I don't know. We can hook that up at some point, but I'd love to meet you. And if not meet you, at least have your autograph. That'd be cool.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to do it, man.
No pressure.
Oh, none at all, man. I will happily do that. Like, and great thing about me, I tell everyone, because I've been asked a few times, like, yeah, how much are your photos or how much are your autographs? I'm like, I charge hugs.
Dude, that's why I got to hold you up. Like, this fucking cat's awesome. I mean, obviously movies and all that shit, but I mean, your roles are fantastic. When I see your posts and how your sense of humor and how fun you are, and you're right, dude. I'm sorry, The Godfather is just as good as Pee-wee's Big Adventure in my eyes. Paul Rubens is a great. You made me laugh. My girlfriend. This fucking guy.
We're going to talk about our favorite love scenes, our favorite scenes from Gone with the Wind, and why Pee-wee's playing a Big Adventure deserves to be looked at just like The Godfather.
I tell you, I said, is this guy reading is this guy constantly producing and writing movies or what? And I'm reading it, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm reading it. So that's fantastic. Well, okay, I got to ask you this one. Well, because my home state, I went to the same high school as Stephen King. That's my fucking idol. I do tours in Bangor. I'm 40 minutes away where they shot Pet Sematary, where there's houses, the inspiration for Penny, all that shit. Do you have a favorite Stephen King movie and book or one of each?
Yes, I do actually. Movie, even though it's not by the same name, but it is one of his novels, Silver Bullet. But by his novel, it's Cycle of the Werewolf. Yeah. But I absolutely love that one. Gary Busey as the uncle, Corey Haim, did a phenomenal job. And just the whole twist of it is the kid finds out who it is, and who are you going to get in your town to believe that is your killer? The role that person has, it's I don't want to give out spoilers. Even though I know the movie's always all get out, but it was that sounds good. Maybe I want to check that out. I don't want to ruin it for them. I would have liked if that guy didn't blab all the spoilers.
All the spoilers, dude. You're the only one that's mentioned that. Everybody says, which I love. Everybody says fucking. Obviously, Pet Sematary, and they say Thinner and all that shit, which is great. But no one's. I swear to God, I asked every guest this, and no one's ever that I can remember said that. Great choice.
Oh yeah, I thought it was so well done. It was just one of those better. Even the werewolf transformations. I'm not saying it was better than American Werewolf, in London.
But for the time,
but for the time though, it was still very solid.
Solid. That's great special effects with no CGI, my friend. That's 89, I think, or 91.
Yeah, especially that church scene, when the one person was having a nightmare and everyone in the church started turning into werewolves, in his nightmare. I mean, you saw all different variations of transformation all going on around you and stuff. It was just pretty good.
God, what a fucking good Thomas. Tell him Large Marge sent you. That's Pee-wee, you fucking guy. Or look like this. See, you're all about it. You love the horror and the comedy. That's what I can dig. Give me a book. Have you read a book? Any?
No, I've definitely read quite a few of his books. God, I'm trying to think of which one of his books.
I'm about 12 pages into it, and I got a long fucking way to go.
Oh yeah, you do.
Gonna mix 3 months off.
Oh God. I'm gonna go with Cat's Eye.
Ooh, great movie too with Demi, right? Was that
Oh yeah,
Demi?
yeah. The movie was definitely very good too. Like that would actually probably be a club, like another one up there for me. But I did really enjoy like the short stories a lot because it was one that you could pick up because you sound like you've read a lot of King. King gets deep with his writing and stuff, and I and I think that's one reason why I kind of like the Cat's Eye is like because they were more like a bunch of short stories that he didn't go so deep down the rabbit hole that you could be like that kind of casual reader and kind of go along and follow along, and you weren't really missing much, or you're not the fact, oh man, I gotta go back and recap. Like, and trust me, that is no knock on King either. I'm not knocking that on. I mean, one of my favorite authors is J.R. Tolkien, and anyone who has really, really read The Lord of the Rings, all that stuff, they all know how deep down the rabbit hole that guy goes. So I ain't complaining.
The movie left out a couple good things, just like with King books and Rawlings. They left out a couple things. The books are always a way to go. But I agree because I read Gerald's Game. Next thing you know, you're watching a porno in Disney World. You think, or hell, you're like, what's going on with this fucking book? That's a wild one, Gerald's Game. So that's cool. I'm a big King guy, and I love horror guys. And I had to ask you that. What about comedians? You say you love being you a Dangerfield guy? You old school?
Oh,
Prior?
I love Rodney Dangerfield. Matter of fact, I kind of joke with Dave that at times I kind of feel like that's kind of my shtick. It seems like online is like I'm like the indie horror version of Rodney Dangerfield. I get no respect.
I like that. I like that.
But it's also part of my humor. Like I always go out of my way to make myself the butt of the jokes. One, it's so like I have very thick skin. It takes a lot to get to really hit me for one, but also two, it was always like a rule of thumb. My dad always taught me when it came to comedy, because I kind of learned a lot of my comedy from my father growing up. And one of the first things he told me, the first key of the comedy is before you can give a joke, you must first learn to take a joke. And the best way to do that is put yourself as the brunt of the jokes. And the best part is, if you're the brunt of the joke, it's very hard to offend anyone, because how can they be offended if you're the brunt of the joke?
That's the best way. I got to go fight the high school or a schoolyard. You get outnumbered and you're like, oh, you're really stupid. You're right. I am dumb. I don't even know what 2 + 2 is. Oh, he's stupid. They say, they walk off and you can save yourself a black eye. Smart man.
Yep.
Let's do some serious shit, because I know I want to promote the hell out of you. We'll get back to some fun stuff. But where can people find your work, my friend? Do you have IMBD.com?
Yeah. I'm up on IMBD. I can also be found on Instagram, and of course, I'm really heavily active on Facebook. If you like a lot of pet pics and a lot of horrible dad jokes, then come check me out on there, because I got plenty of them. But yeah, I mean,
Ducky is a photo.
As far as projects, Bloody Summer Camp and Go Away are both available for streaming. We're both free to watch on Tubi, and I think we're both. I know Bloody Summer Camp is definitely free to watch on Amazon. I think Go Away is as well. Our third movie, Slasher Nurse, we are not finalized yet, but we are in the final stages of signing distribution for Slasher Nurse. But the good news is anyone who backed us on the crowdfunder, physical copies are already starting to get sent out. So everyone should be getting their physical copies of Slasher Nurse here in the next couple of weeks. Everyone should be getting their copies, I believe. I definitely know we're definitely starting to send them out.
Slasher 15 Productions, guys. Slasher 15 Productions, LLC, right there. Look them up on Facebook. Follow them, distribution. Follow them for following. You're obviously part of that branch, Slasher 15 Productions.
Yep. And if you have any questions, if you know you backed us, but you can't remember what it is you backed up, let us know. Or if you felt like maybe, hey, I'm not sure if I did something like that, hit us up. Trust me, we are more than happy to help. It's one of the reasons why I've told everyone, it's one of the reasons why our crowdfunding, I feel like it always keeps getting better. Not only is our production and our quality getting better, but it's also, we always do right by our backers. We always do good by them. We always try to be on top of it. And we've told everyone, we're not perfect. We have very good numbers, and it's very rare anything slips through the cracks. But if anything ever did, just let us know. That's all you have to do. Just contact us. Let us know. We will figure it out. If we will look through our numbers. We have spreadsheets with everything on who purchased what on what, and it turns out that we made a goof. We will make it right. It's not going to cost you anything. Especially if it's on our side.
Should happen. We're human. You're willing to make up for it. That's simple enough. You're there.
Exactly. And we will respond to you too. If you contact us, you will get a response from us within 24 hours.
I did.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't stop bugging Mike. He keeps sending me nude pics. I love it.
Well, I mean, it's summer season. I gotta know how these outfits are gonna look on me before I go public.
The purple Speedo, it really works for you. I told you that twice. It matches your eyes. So Mike, give me some 4 fun ones. We'll get back to some serious shit, but I always like to do the fun ones. I get to know my people like friends, if you don't mind. Give me one of each. Give me a bucket list place that you like to go in America, and one of your favorite places that you've been, like a tourist place or just something, whatever.
Let's see. Bucket list, kind of fun place to go. I would love to maybe go to Romania, check out Dracula's castle and stuff. That'd be kind of cool.
I heard it's for sale.
I know. God, if only.
Let's go halfsies.
There you go. We'll raise a crowdfunder if we get the money. We're like, guys, this is going to cover our next 5 films, and it's all covered. Location's done.
You could rent it out and make your money back in a year. You imagine, not to cut you off, but that's a great pick. No one really says Dracula's Castle, but that's a real place in Romania, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It has a whole big long walkway and stuff. They have like all the spikes going up and where allegedly, but more likely, is where he would decapitate and put all of his victims and everything as warnings for Vladimir, the Impaler.
Well, Halloween decoration, some people called it. Whatever.
Hey, I mean,
I'm not judging. He got first place every year. Sorry.
Oh no, it is okay. As far as like favorite place I have been,
yeah,
that's a toss up actually. I did a really, really awesome Alaskan cruise with my wife as one of our first vacations after we got married. I actually used to visit my sister over in England. She still lives over there. But first time I went over there, I was like 18, but I was old enough to drink, and I had a lot of fun and. I got into a little trouble too. Like nothing like real bad.
Kids will be kids.
But I had a couple of fun little mouthy moments where I got to have fun with a few people and stuff. I actually remember one of the first things I had, and that was my first fun shell shock. Way back in the day, I was a cigarette smoker, and when I got off the plane, I went to one of the areas and I lit one up and I started to smoke. And one of the guys came by and he goes, "Pardon me, fag," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, what did you just say to me?" And then he explained,
yes, they do. I've heard that.
It's a cigarette. And I'm like, "Oh," and he goes, "American." I'm like, "Yes, sir."
Fighting words.
and he's like, "Yeah, I kind of figured it." He's like, "Yeah, I'm only asking for a cigarette." I'm like, "Yeah, of course I gave him one."
Well, that's pretty neat. You didn't need passport. Oh, by the way, this is a joint. It's legal in Maine. Marijuana is legal, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's legal here in VA too.
Oh no shit. Oh, that's right. I've been to Virginia. I went to Radford. They had the what was it?
I'm not far from Radford. I'm about maybe like a 2 hour. About maybe like a 2 hour drive at most.
St. Albans.
Where?
St. Albans Asylum. I went ghost hunting for 2 nights. I spent the night in the morgue.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, how was that actually?
Freaky as fuck. All the windows were broken. They had the electric shock therapy tub that you put people in and shock them. One girl lost a kid during an abortion upstairs. Talk about saying prayers.
That actually brings up another place I would love to go visit too. There's some old abandoned insane asylum out in Kentucky. It was even on like Ghost Hunters, but it wasn't just them though. Like a lot of other people have hit that spot, and everyone said there's always been something strange. It's a very hot spot for Halloween. It was known to a lot of people would like break into like and go into like at nighttime on Halloween. I don't even want to do it on Halloween. I just want to go there on some random night just to see what's what. But apparently, you hear a lot of strange things going on there. Like one of the most common things is like you really feel like because there's a lot of long hallways and corridors because it's a really big giant asylum, and people swear up and down you hear people walking down the corridors like all the time.
Goosebumps. Goosebumps.
Yeah. And ain't no one there.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, Mike, that brings me to my question because it is historically haunted. That's what it started with me with my ghost hunting shit. I've met Annabelle and all that shit. Do you have a paranormal experience with your own personal life? Do you believe personally, Mike, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm open to it. I'm trying to think of if I had any.
Or UFO, maybe a monster, Bigfoot, or snake or something? Anything
I mean, when I was a kid growing up, I was definitely into Bigfoot and stuff. I didn't buy the Loch Ness monster. I wanted to. I thought once again, I love the idea of the concept. Bigfoot's more plausible for me, like especially if you go with evolution. I mean, when you really break it down to some degree, Bigfoot could just be a part of the chain link of evolution that got
people
left
have mentioned
behind.
evolution chain. They've mentioned evolution with Bigfoot. I've heard that couple of guests. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, on a theorem level, I mean, it has.
What about your boy, the
application.
Mothman? Mothman's in your neck of the woods, ain't he? West Virginia, Mothman. You must believe in Mothman, no?
Actually, who I do believe in because it is true to a very good degree, and I actually was raised right down the street, and I mean 2 minutes down the road. Did you ever hear of Bunnyman Bridge?
Bunnyman Bridge, yes.
I lived growing up. I lived right down the street. I was like a 2-minute drive away from Bunnyman Bridge.
Bunnyman, yeah.
All my high school friends and I, we used to party there all the time.
Never saw him though, huh?
Well, actually, like his stories happened before I hit that spot. When I hit that spot, that was the 90s. When he got caught, that was the 70s.
He was a child rapist or a killer or both, I think. Right?
Child killer.
That's what it was, child killer, like Freddy Krueger.
Yep. He killed kids and put spikes on the bridge and hung them over like skinned rabbits.
Over the top. I remember that. I remember hearing about that in Unsolved Mysteries type story. So what is Mike doing? He's jamming out on the way to work. You're hanging out with your old lady. What do you do for tunes, man? You like rock and roll, metal, country?
Oh man, like I have like I have a whole like both of like iTunes things downloaded, but I also have this one folder that's just called Random Mix, and it really, as bad as it sounds, it kind of sums me up in a nutshell. It's like 1 minute you're going to be hearing like Metallica, like or Pantera or Alice Cooper, and then the next minute you're going to hear Britney Spears going, "Oops, I did it again," and then you're going to hear like some old like 50 stuff like, "And then he kissed me." And
some old sock hop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got orchestrated music. I got soundtracks from movies, from songs I just like that bring up memories. 80s, like disco. I listen to it all. Like, if you tell me any genre, I could probably tell you a handful of people like or songs from that genre I absolutely adored.
I can respect that. Yeah. You hear a song reminds me of your mom. Maybe you hear Steppenwolf or something reminds you of your dad cranking out in the. Listen, whatever. You know what I mean? I get you. Oh, that's you're down to earth, Mike. I like that. You're fucking dope, man. In my real life, well, this is real life, but if you'd be my friend, I think, or you put a restraining order on me. One or the other.
We would be hanging. I mean,
well, thank you for coming on. We're still got a half hour to go.
With your other activities, yeah, you and I would have been friends.
We're halfway through. Usually at the halfway point, I want my guest to play the host. You got a question or two for me, my friend.
Excellent. How long have you been doing this podcast?
I was actually, long story short, which is not true with me. Back about a year before COVID, I was asked to be a guest on a show. I was actually homeless. My mom passed away, and I was homeless in an abandoned RV. Long story short, but I did the ghost hunting thing to keep busy, and it was right before COVID. So I was asked to be a guest on a show, and the guy goes, "You can talk. You know your stuff about history. You want to be your own show?" And I was on a radio show based out of Canada, historically haunted show. It was audio, not visual. So 2 years into that, COVID comes around. I'm bored as fuck. Door dashing, watching porn. You know what I mean? Normal shit. So I said, I'm gonna do a VODCAST. That's free. So I did this, and I start talking to people. Next thing you know, I'm talking to like H.H. Holmes, America's first serial killer's great-great-grandson, who wrote a book, Jeff Mudgett. Tony Sparrow, who owns Annabelle. I'm talking, the next thing you know, I'm talking to Sadie Johnson, who was Mike Myers' first kill in Halloween, Miss Playboy 74.
She
Then I'm
is so
talking to you guys. Yeah, she's just, and Beatrice Gopal. I talked to her, Freddie's mom. I love, and she sent me her book signed. Not that I'm bragging, but I'm. You guys really let me into your lives, and I don't have, I don't do much anymore. And here I am doing this to answer your question for 3 years now. And last year I was sponsored by Donnie Green. He drove the Pet Cemetery truck that killed Gage when he was singing the Ramones. Yeah. He sponsored my show, gave me a check. I cashed it, but I got it on the wall. So he sponsored my show for a year. So it'd be sponsored by a Stephen King actor. And I met him. We went to go see the truck in Maine. We drove down this path where he hit the kid in the Hancock. I did the whole thing. I got on YouTube. So I'm living a fucking dream, dude. And to have Mike fucking come on my show and David Kerr sponsor it. What the fuck? Mary Kate came on, gave me a Clown Motel shirt. What?
Oh, she is such a sweetie. Her and I did a movie review podcast with Jonathan Moody. It was the first time I got to meet her. But yeah, no, she's absolutely sweet. Mary Kate's a sweetie.
Dude, all you guys are. Shonda Rawlings sent me a video of her.
She came on. Shonda's a sweetie.
I mean, sent me DVD sign. I'm going to want an intro from you after the show if you don't mind. No hurry, but say, hi, this is Mike. You're watching Historically Haunted. Send me that shit later.
Absolutely.
I'm fanning out. Well, everybody's talking to the same people, and I'm like, I love these underground horror movie people. It's not just, I love Carpenter. I love all these fucking guys, but there's so many more horror movies like there is metal bands underneath. And I'm discovering you fucking cats, and I want to promote you. And I'm getting you guys some new people, but at the same time, I'm fanning out, getting free shit, getting nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm living the dream. Look, check it out real quick. Can I brag? My podcast room. Look at all the autographs.
Oh, snap. Look at that.
That's Mary. Pinhead. So I want yours at some point. We can talk later, but I'm fanning out, man. And I'm doing it, and I'm talking to you guys. And I tell you, man, you guys are more humble than the paranormal investigators are. A lot of them guys got big egos, and you fucking guys are like, yeah, I shoot movies. I'm in movies, whatever. I'm like, what? So you ever want to shoot a movie in Maine, I would kill or die for you in a film anytime. You let me know.
Oh yeah, no, hey, we'll definitely keep that in mind. I know we definitely do that every once in a while. We definitely, one thing I love about Dave and about what he does and stuff is when he sees great talent, he always likes to keep him around, like family. But he always keeps enough seats open for new faces to come in, and sometimes it's a couple, sometimes it's a lot. One thing I loved, these are things that I know Dave will probably never talk about, but which is why I boast about him, because I feel like he deserves it. But when we did auditionings for Go Away, you'll notice when we watched Go Away, there was a lot of the cast from Bloody Summer Camp in there, and we did open auditions, and some people were upset that they saw a lot of Bloody Summer Camp cast get get the roles, and it didn't faze Dave at all. And
it's rotating though, man.
Yeah, and you know why it didn't faze Dave? Because this was Dave's mentality. These people were here and came out for us when we did Bloody Summer Camp, when we couldn't afford to pay our talent. They all had to do it pro bono. We offered all the meals for them, and we also did rent out the camp so they could stay at the camp and have fun, and all their meals were comped. So they always got to have a free place to hang out and party and stuff, and plenty of food and
memory, brother. That's a fucking memory, man.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like they went out with nothing. But when Go Away came around, we now had the ability to pay our cast because we got to that level of funding where now we can't afford to pay our cast and our crew. And so Dave wanted to make it a point that he wanted to bring back the ones who were there for him when he couldn't pay them. So that way they got that first paying gig. And he didn't really care if that bothered people or not, because he knew that was, in his opinion, that was the right thing to do. And I 100% respected him for that, and I 100% backed him up on it 100%. And this is one of those many reasons why I enjoy working with him so much. Dave has a way of acknowledging the ones who are really there, really trying to make a difference and making the best film possible with them, and he always will try to do right by them, and that's why he's such a great dude.
Isn't that the way it should be? Wouldn't it be a nice world?
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
I had Dave on about, I don't know, a month ago, and then Amber popped her head in. She's a fucking guru when it comes to I gotta have her on the show by herself. But I had him come on, and he was of course boasting about you guys in the movies. and he's just talking about how you guys go to bat for him, and he was just telling me, like, and he's got big names, Felissa Rose, get Sheridan, and he's got all those people, but then nothing, you guys aren't big names either, but he's got, like, Felissa Rose, I met her. She's
she's amazing.
And it was in Danvers. Real quick, I'm going off subject. I got ADHD and I'm stoned, so
it's all good, brother.
Have you been to Salem, Massachusetts, my brother? Have you been in New England?
I have not been to Salem, Mass yet.
You have not?
No.
Oh, interests you?
Oh yeah, actually, I mean Salem, Worcester, all that. Yeah,
you would go because that's where I met them. Was in Danvers, which was Salem Village, where they fucking. But I'd love to go check. Have you ever been to Maine, my neck of the woods?
I had once. It was so long ago. I was like 10 years old because my sister was. Excuse me. My sister was a Girl Scout, and they had a Girl Scout trip up to Maine where they went crabbing.
No way. What year is that? Like the 90s, 97 or something?
Oh, wow. We're talking 80s.
Oh, no shit.
I appreciate
life was cool.
You don't
remember much of that?
Come on. Pass it. Come here.
Is that a bug?
No, pass it.
Oh, God. I fucking. Dude. We're going to meet up, and you're going to crash at my place. I live right by Mount Katahdin, right by the Appalachian Trail, and I'm 45 minutes or 45 minutes to Bangor. We're going to go have a crab cake and go check out Stephen King's house and get arrested doing it or something. That'd be fun.
Hey, dude, like anything, like if it involves hiking or doing like anything in the mountains or the woods, dude, I'm an easy sell.
You would come back to Maine if you get...
I would have Maine. I mean, why not? I mean, Maine.
Well, Mike, real quick, and not to get personal, and like I said, I don't mean you're not committing to nothing, but I am a booking agent. Believe it or not, I was actually Donnie Green's booking agent, and I do that now. I get Stacey Johnson. She was Pennywise in the remake of It, and Bill Skarsgård, a couple scenes. I represent her. Believe it or not, that's no shit. But I have a guy that represents 2 conventions that does it in Maine and Salem, and he pays people to come down, pays for their flight and their hotel. Is something you do next year if I could pull some strings?
Oh yeah, honestly, like if I was giving,
you're not under oath. You're not under oath.
I would definitely be down. I mean, honestly, in a lot of ways, I'd be absolutely honored to do it.
He's doing it in Augusta this year. I don't know if it might be too late. There's some people coming, but I'd love to work with. I really I want to meet you, dude. I want to have a beer with you or a joint. You're a good shit. I'm not to be gay. Yeah. I got a girlfriend. I got a chick. I mean,
I'm married. I mean, like she tells me I'm happy, so I'm happy.
Oh, hey, rule number 1, whatever they say goes. I've learned that 8 years of my girl, Heather. I love you, girl. I know you're watching, my witch. Yeah, we go to Salem a couple times a year, and she puts a spell on me every time. So that's cool. So Mike, what do you do after a big show or a big day? What do you do for a meal, man? Big shrimp on the Barbie? You order pizza, steaks?
Oh yeah. Now, if it was my kind of thing, yeah, I love. You know what? I love a good steak Caesar salad.
Ooh, that's a man's fucking meal. That's a man with some croutons on that shit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I sprinkle some feta cheese on top, like
fat tomato cherries.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. Like and some fresh ground pepper.
You're obviously Irish, but you must have Italian, no?
Actually, funny enough, I'm neither. I do know I have an Irish last name, but I was actually adopted. I'm actually.
Aww. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
Oh yeah, my adopted parents are freaking awesome. They are the greatest people in the world. I couldn't have asked for better parents. Anything in life I ever want to do, from my martial arts career to my to my acting, to anything in between, they were always there to support me.
See, and that's what classifies parents, because I tell you what, since my mom passed away, my dad ain't fucking nowhere. I lived up here in Maine since 2 years, been from homeless to homeowner. He ain't visited once. But anyway, so kudos to you. And real quick, Muay Thai kickboxing champion. You can kick bitches in their fucking man cunts. Get out of here. What's going on with this shit? You don't have to get all the way into it. You can. I really want you to. Is this shit you've been training your whole life? Karate?
I started off as a kid doing Taekwondo when I was about 8, and then about 12, I got into kickboxing and boxing, like traditional Western style boxing.
Yeah.
Definitely liked those a lot, and then I started dabbling into other striking arts. At that point I went into 3. I went into Sanda, which is Chinese kickboxing, but they incorporate sweeps, and takedowns. Like it has a little judo involved in it a little bit. And then I also tried out capoeira, which is the Brazilian style like dance striking art. It was a lot of fun. It's a phenomenal workout. I'm not going to take away from that. And there were a few moves I thought you could do some good build-ups in your fight. You could pull some of these off, but I didn't find it to be that full package I was looking for yet, because I knew I wanted to get more competitive and get into like the ring and start mixing it up. I had to find my right avenue. And then that's when I found Muay Thai. And Muay Thai, I fell in love with it. It was everything I wanted and more, because it was like, like it was almost like it was a wake-up call. Like, yeah, hey, you got all these other limbs that you are like just so nasty and powerful that most of the other ones just aren't really incorporating, or they do is not much. It's not as much as they should be, like your knees and your elbows, like incorporating the clinch.
It's pretty disciplined. I looked up some videos. It's pretty disciplined, though. It's pretty disciplined.
Yeah. Oh, it very much is. Like, I actually spent time in Thailand training. That's how serious I was about it.
Where was it? Sorry, where was it?
Thailand.
The real fucking Thailand?
Yes, sir.
Wow, you have been fucking everywhere, brother. I'm trying to cut you up. I'm in awe. You went there to train for this fucking sacred. This has been around, guys, since like I believe the 1500s or some shit. I did some research on it. It's one of the oldest techniques. Not to cut you off, but I'm in. Oh, check it out. It's your buddy or my buddy. Who is this? What's up, inmates? Scott Lovely.
What's up, mates?
We broke free. Fuck off. Call the cops. So yeah. Anyway, you went to Thailand to practice this for how long?
I was out there for 3 months.
Wow.
Yep.
With these guys in their facilities and shit?
Oh yeah, like I actually stayed out in some huts, so I go and literally like I would come out there and I would train, and it got it's pretty hardcore. Where I was at, like my first day, I was tied down to a wooden table, and I had my shins beaten the crap out of with bamboo sticks until.
That's your initiation?
Well, actually, they do it because they call it tenderizing the meat. Essentially, when you keep beating it up like that much, you build this layer of muscle over your shins that if you really work at it hard, it becomes like a solid rock.
No fucking way.
I kid you not, man. Like, that's why you think those guys are out there kicking trees and stuff. Like, that's not just in the movies.
They literally try to break their fucking ankles. They literally try to break their ankles so they can rebuild them or something.
Oh yeah. Well, and that was another thing I liked more too. Like, was the idea that some of the techniques, like in Taekwondo, it was more like their kicks. Most of their kicks were like incorporated from the knee over. Muay Thai, they teach you more your kicks to come from the hip and over, because there's more power in your hips. As well. That's another reason why I kind of went more with the Muay Thai route, like over like Taekwondo. Plus, and as one of my Muay Thai instructors said, it's like you always hear Taekwondo and karate being called self-defense arts. I'm like, yeah. He goes, Muay Thai has never been called a self-defense art. It's always been referred to as a combat art.
Ooh.
And the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, because I mean, Thai clinches aren't meant to defend yourself. They're meant to hold someone to do damage.
You're on the offense. You're not on the defense, though.
Exactly. Like, it's just little things that you like, until someone actually just breaks it right down to you, you're like, oh, wow, yeah, you're absolutely right. But I've got to train with a lot of UFC alumni too. Actually, matter of fact, one of my first sparring sessions, I was training up at Camp Springs, Maryland with Team Lloyd Irvin. And I'm not sure if you follow UFC for a long time.
A little bit, yeah.
Do you remember Brandon the Truth Vera?
The Truth. I was in the Truth. Yeah, Truth, yeah. You met him?
That was one of my first Muay Thai sparring partners. And
get the fuck out of here.
The piss out of me.
Wow. Well, you are the real deal. They don't just hand belts out. It's not wrestling. I love wrestling.
Oh, no. Yeah, he beat the piss out of me. But, in a good way. Like, it's not like he was being malice, but it was like my first sparring partner, was
it a match or did you have the headset on?
Oh, no. But like, it was a sparring session within the gym.
Oh, okay, but still, that's the real deal, brother. Holy shit. Yeah, boy.
I mean, I was a little starstruck because, like, I knew who he was, but it was terrifying. Like, I watched your last fight on pay-per-view, and I'm not sure if I should have these things on anymore. Maybe I should walk away.
How'd you do? Not to be whatever, but do you feel like?
Oh, well, it was like this. No, he definitely won. He won by easily. But
You held
regardless
your
of that,
own.
it built my confidence up a lot because I had good moments in the match. Like there were certain there were moments where I was able to start to read some of what he was doing. I was able to do slips and footwork. But overall he owned me like the entire.
But you learned so much and you grew from it. I get you. It's a good
Yeah, exactly. And that's actually a rule of thumb that a lot of my coaches told me too. That Michael, you will learn 10 times more in defeat than you will ever will in victory.
And that's an old school Muay Thai type of training. That's knowledge.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. As long as it's not death. I mean,
Exactly.
yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, real quick, I'm a big wrestler. I actually met Ronda Rousey. Do you like wrestling at all? I'm a big wrestling fan.
I used to love it. I don't really follow it much anymore, but back, I want to say the.
Hold on, right here.
Oh yeah, there you go. That era,
I'm an old school. Jake the Snake,
Oh, I love Jake the Snake. Yeah, he was a favorite one. Growing up in the '80s, Jake the Snake. I like some of the more obscure ones. I'm a little weird on that one. Like Jake the Snake Roberts, Blue Blazer, Owen Hart.
That's how he died.
I know.
That's how he died. Yes.
Yep. The Rockers,
Marty Jannetty.
My favorite tag team. I loved the Rockers. I thought they were absolutely phenomenal.
He got fucked over, didn't he? Sean kicked him through the glass, and that was it.
Oh yeah, Marty definitely got shaft.
Bye, Marty. Go do a cocaine. Shit.
Oh yeah, he went off on the deep end. I saw some of his stories. I was like, oh, it's a little heartbreaking, but it's kind of like, well, I mean, when you hear about a lot of what happened with him and stuff, it's like you half of it you feel bad for him, and the other half you're like, you kind of brought a little bit on yourself there, didn't you? I mean,
yeah. I mean, this wasn't Chris Benoit,
McMahon. You're gonna come up short.
Too many bad things. Hey, I gotta ask. I got these sent to me real quick. Is this you?
Yes, it is.
I got you. Times 2.
I
got the whole set. He sent me everything, man. He sent me the cards, and I'm like, that's fucking this guy. I gotta send you this card if you sign it. I just want to add to my collection. I don't know it's a horror thing to do, but I got about 20 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go. Is there anything that I've left out you want to shoot the shit about real quick before we start doing some real shit?
Actually, because is it still my time that I can ask you some questions?
Dude, I hate when I tell people an hour and they're like, it's been an hour. I'm like, okay, but some people are like, hey, you want to go longer? I can go about an hour and a half. We can go another 20 minutes.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Ask me anything. I'm just chilling in Maine getting stoned, man.
What is your favorite? All right, it's actually 2-parter.
Fucking right. Bring it on.
What is your favorite horror series? And what was the first horror movie that made you go, oh my God, I'm a horror fan?
You know what? When I meet you, I'm going to fucking buy you a drink, but first I'm going to fucking hug you and probably slap your ass, you son of a bitch. Second question first. So growing up in Lisbon, Maine, I'm watching Care Bears, maybe Ghost Hunters, G.I. Joe, you know what I mean? I was born in 79. I'm an old fuck, whatever. So my stepfather's gone hunting, shooting deer in Lisbon, Maine. My mom was up and I couldn't sleep. 1987. A year before I fucking saw my first ghost. That was my grandfather, 1988. I was 9 years old. So I'm 8 years old. I get up and she's watching The Shining, Stephen King's film. And I go, what's this? And I see the girls in the fucking elevator and shit. And she goes, well, you're going to go to the same high school as the guy that wrote the book that's doing this movie, Stephen King. I go, King? Like a Prince King? I didn't fucking know, 8 years old. I don't fucking know. So then blood comes out of the elevator. The girls are holding hands. Jack Nicholson. I go, huh? So you go two ways, right? You become fuck that shit or you become more. So I grew more, man. So honestly, brother, it sounds cheesy. Maybe not, but The Shining, even though King hated it, and that got me hooked. I almost met Tabitha. I met Joe Hill. I met Steve King last year. My photo was him. He walked out on me in Bangor, but I got Joe Hill, a picture with him. He signed my book. I almost came in my pants. I was a great night of my life. Tried my whole life to meet Steve. So The Shining. Final question, Alex, for 200. And as far as series goes, I'm with you, brother. Got to be. I met Kane Hodder twice. Signed my DVDs. I met the new Derek Mears. Signed them. Kill them all, Derek. I've been Jason for fucking Halloween 15 times. I got his mask about me with Mike Myers. You know what I mean? So I'm a big. I don't know, man. Maybe we're sick. Maybe it is, but I love it. Like you said, the Call Me with Horror is such a good blend, and it's fucking fantastic, right?
Right. I got a fun, quick little story I want to share with you. Like, it's actually a really funny one.
Please do. I'm loving this.
Yeah. My wife and I's first horror con we went to, it was Scares That Cares. Like, it's a horror charity event. They raise money for kids. And
I've heard of that.
And stuff. Really, really good cause. Good people. I know a lot of people who are part of the organization. Awesome people.
Hey, Mike, look.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, Mary Kate.
Fucking Mary Kate. Thanks for checking in. Club Motel 3.
Talking about you too. We were just saying how sweet you were. Like 10, 15 minutes ago, we were just talking about you.
Yes, Mike was saying that you owe him a hug or something next time you see him or some shit. But anyway, go ahead, Mike.
So one of our first cons, one of the very first people I met was Adrian King. Alice from the first Friday the 13th. And and I'm just like, I'm still getting used to the whole con thing. Like I did a boatload of Comic Cons.
Sorry,
I've done a boatload of Comic Cons, but it was my first horror con, and I kind of realized real fast, like, oh, this is a lot different. Like, Comic Cons, like, they're cool and all, but they feel more like business transitions. You're waiting in lines. You get a quick handshake, a quick how you doing, maybe a quick sentence or two. The horror cons, it's more like, hey, let's hang out and talk for a few moments. Like, what's going on. And, so I kind of got that with Adrian King, and she was just like, and she's like, so is there anything you'd like to know? I was like, well, actually, like, I guess, is there anything fun you can tell me, like, from Friday the 13th, like, any kind of fun anecdote or anything that just something funny that happened, like, that they could share with me? She goes, oh, my God, I got a great one for you. I'm like, oh, yeah, please shoot. She goes, all right. Me and all like the actors, like Kevin Bacon, the guy who played Ned, and Marcy, and all the girls, we're all just hanging out, sitting around talking, and we're all talking about what we got going next. Ned was he had another horror movie lined up, and then Darcy said like, oh yeah, like I'm actually going to be going off, and I'm doing episode 2 in this TV show, and then they got to Kevin Bacon, and he goes, yeah, I'm doing some kind of weird dance movie. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but at least it's a paycheck, and that ended up being Footloose.
Fucking Footloose fucking film that every chick and oh my God.
Yep, which ended up being, like, as she said, his big, really taking off point. But at that time,
Invisible Man, all that shit. Come on, dude. Footloose is a staple.
Yeah, but you understand, at that time, he read it, he goes, all right, it's like a little rebellious kids movie about dancing. He's like, I'm sure, it'll be good, but did he ever think it was good? Like, he didn't think it was going to be the kind of breakthrough it was going to be. And that's what paved the way for him to be the icon he is. And when she told me, I was like, wow, that's one of the stories I'm never going to forget. Like, because that's just so random, that you can say that. And then you look back and go, wow, that is a lot more than what I thought it was.
from her to boot, from the horse's mouth, so to speak. I mean, from the chick that was on set, right? They got taken off the canoe at the end. She was in part 2, I believe, for a little bit too. She sells wine now. I bought a Friday the 13th hat off her, but no, sweetest old lady, sweetest chick. She told you that? Oh, you bastard! That's great. Will you sit up next to her?
Oh yeah, no, she was so. No, she was really nice. Like, she even told me a little bit about her because she's also really into the vineyards and stuff too. She. So we got to talk a little bit about that because my parents have friends who have vineyards and stuff. So I know a little bit about it. I'm no expertise or anything like that.
On the store, pinky up.
Yeah, but I mean, if people told me certain things at like a wine tasting, I wouldn't be completely oblivious. I mean, if they got real deep, I probably would be oblivious. But if it was like this, the norm, I could follow along.
Right. Oh, that's cool, man. You're a little bit fucking involved in everything. I like that. You're a connoisseur of life, so to speak.
Oh, I mean, hey, you only live once. I told myself I'm going to be that old man in a retirement home that calls all the orderlies over like, hey, yo, come over here, check out all the cool stuff I did when I was your all's age.
Telling you fucking stories. Hey, I gotta ask real quick. What about your lineup out back? What do you got? You got movies and shit? What do you got up there?
Oh my Lord. Okay, well, up here along here, this is like
I love that stuff. I love memorabilia and merchandise and shit. I'm all about it.
I'll try to do it best I can. This is like all of like the celebrities that we have met. Man, this is gonna be awesome. Like it's I'm trying to get all the way down to the end. Where is the end? Because I know like all the way down to the end. The very first one is actually Kane Hodder. There he is.
He's actually really cool. He choked me out and put the machete in my throat. No extra charge. He's a real big dude. He's like 6'4", ain't he, or something?
Oh yeah.
Is that Candyman?
Oh, that's Candyman.
Oh, rest in peace.
There's Felissa Rose with us on set.
Oh, she's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to get Perry.
No, that's cool. I don't want you to ruin it, brother. I just wanted to see your connection. You got Hatchet series. Oh, you got a nice little setup. I'll wait till you invite me over for a sleepover to see it in real person.
Oh man, if you think that's good, man.
Like I'm to Virginia, I'm hitting you up. You know that, right?
I hope you do.
Oh, I love you, man. You're fucking awesome. You're good people. Oh, you got a sign?
Oh, it's signed by a boatload of people. Let's see.
Dope.
Caroline Williams, Adam Green, Perry Shen, Robert Engling, Dave Sheridan, Daniel Harris, R.A. Mikloff.
Got a frame, smart man.
Tiffany Shepis, Sid Hagg, Zach Elligan, Sean Whalen, Tony Todd, Derek Mears, Felissa Rose, Kane Hodder.
Jesus, fucking rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah. And then, of course, my wife's is the Scream one. She pretty much has everyone from Scream.
Whoa.
I think the only one she's missing is from the original Scream. I think she's only missing Courtney Cox and Henry Winkler.
Courtney, that's both going to cost you a little bit, especially Henry, I think, with the Fonz charge. Maybe not, though.
Yeah. Though I do want
to meet Harry.
Yeah, I do want to meet him, though. He is so on my list. But, yeah, I do also own a boatload of movies. I'm old school. I like my...
Oh, look at that collection.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna ask you, do you smell your own shit? Do you smell your own brand? Do you watch your own movies?
Yeah. Actually, funny enough, I'm not even playing when I say this either. This weekend coming up is actually my wife's and I's first hangout weekend in a while, and and that's exactly what we're doing. Favorites. Well, I'm asking, what do you want to watch this weekend? She's like, actually, I kind of want to do a Slasher 15-a-thon. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. I mean, if that's what you want to do, honey, we're going to do it.
Oh, whatever the woman says, you know that. You say yes, honey. Thank you. You're smart.
Happy wife, happy life.
Oh, what a boy. That a boy. So you rest in Virginia. Do you think, I got to ask you, I think I asked you earlier, you never really answered. We asked you a lot of questions. I was hyper. Have you seen UFOs or aliens or anything weird like that in the sky? Anything odd out there? Virginia's got a lot of shit in the sky from what I've been told.
I do remember actually recalling one time back in high school, I think it was either freshman or sophomore year, that we had a football game going on, and there's this small shopping center called University Mall. It was right across the street from George Mason University, and the girl I was dating at the time, high school dating, I probably dated her for like a month or two, and then we broke up because.
Should have, man. It's a learning experience.
Yeah. But I remember her and I were walking, I could swear I saw something kind of green shoot down from the sky, kind of hover for a second and then just shoot straight down. And I thought at first it might have been a UFO and stuff. But then later on, it turned out that what it was actually when we had that small little meteor shower that happened back in the 90s.
Oh, that's trippy. That's pretty neat.
So I got
from space,
but for a few moments, it made me believe for a second, this doesn't look like the norm, and especially the colors, in the way it was it just went I'm just like that. No, that ain't normal.
Did I do mushrooms tonight? What did I eat for supper? But if I remember right, that damaged a couple houses, I believe. I think. No shit. Well, that's pretty wild. Holy fuck. Hey, we're at the hour mark. Is it cool? We'll go a couple more minutes? Do you mind?
Absolutely, brother. I'm totally game.
You're cool?
Oh, yeah. I mean, but honestly, I'm a late nighter. Anyway.
All right. I will get to the hour mark. I'd like to let people know you're free to go.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm good, brother. I mean, we can hang.
Awesome. This is a dream come true. Like I said, I got your fucking DVDs. I got your goddamn baseball card. Get the fuck out of here. So I gotta meet you. Oh no, that's not the same one. There it is up there. Is that you with the mask too? That's gotta be you, right?
I think for that photo op, I think that was Brendan Lynch, but I definitely did play double face and play summer camp. So I'm like the rafters scene where you see him coming down from the rafters. That's me. With Shonda's death, it was like a half and half.
Listen, Virginia, so I knew it was you.
Yeah. When Shonda's dead, that's when
you like the mask, you like the Halloween,
the machete. That's Brendan. But then when he gets on top of her and she pulls the mask up and when he pulls it back down and does the final kill, that's me. Yeah, so a fun little trick of photography there, and then the onboard, the one with the fire extinguisher. It's kind of like we see the hand opening the door. That's my hand, but then the very first crack, because with the way we actually did video of this. It was really neat to see how we had to do it, but because we had to do a follow along shot, we had to have the DP here, and I had to do the hand thing. So he kind of followed me and then went ahead. And so like when he got ahead, I had to kind of underhand the fire extinguisher to Amber. And so the very first shot the girl gets with the fire extinguisher, that's actually Amber. But when she falls to the ground, you see the 2 feet go on top of her, start bashing her head in. That's then me. But there's no way I could do it. I couldn't.
Wow. I love it. That's all the editing and
it's really neat.
I love it.
The first time I did, actually, it was the Blaze Summer Camp. After I got done filming Blaze Summer Camp, I'm not gonna lie to you. And my wife was the same way. It was hard watching movies the same way again because now you start to pick up things that you were oblivious to before, like you never paid attention to. You're like, well, wait a minute, we just like, oh, look at that, Oh, it is there. They did make that same mistake we did after all. Just because you have a bigger
trickery. Well, you must have heard this. Not to change the subject, but you must have heard this. I believe, if I remember right, a female played the part of Jason Voorhees at one point. The hands of Jason was a female or something. Is that right?
Oh, actually, actually, I'm not sure. I do know for Pamela Voorhees, when she had her head cut off, those are not her hands. That's actually a dude's hands. That's actually I think it was one of the grips on set's hands. I think is who it was. It was either him or it was someone on the cruise hands that. And if it's funny enough because when I heard about it, when I saw this scene, I put it in slow mo, and yeah, you can actually see some hair on the knuckles.
See,
a little bit when you go like that.
Oh my god, this little.
Which is not very prominent on female hands. On dudes'
80s slashers especially just didn't give a fuck.
Well, maybe that's why she's a killer. She didn't know how to deal with her hairy hands.
Too much masturbating. Oh, that was a guy thing. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
I know, like, every time I see these pictures and they go, well, no, that girl on what's that movie? Don't Fuck in the Woods. Well, that's the ass of whoever. Well, whose ass is that on fucking Return of the Slasher Nurse? Well, I'm like, I don't even.
Oh yeah, oh god, I'm trying to remember. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's actually from Return of the Slashers. I believe it's the same girl who was in the torture scene who had her nipple cut off. I believe it's her.
Oh, okay.
I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. Unfortunately, Curse of Return, I wasn't a part of those films. I didn't come on to Dave's team until
Blood. You're on the newest one coming out soon. It was in the works, rather.
Oh, yeah. Although, funny enough, though, that's when I first reached out to Dave was about Return of the Slasher Nurse because my next door neighbor was originally supposed to be in it. But he ended up not being able to do it. But he told me about it. And then I hit up Dave about it. Dave's like, well, hey, I'm sorry, man. We actually wrapped up filming. We're all done with it. I'm like, oh, man, bummer. And he goes, well, hey, I'll tell you what. Like, I'm thinking about doing a Camp Slasher movie next. Like, if you want to try to audition for that, if you want to, you can. I'm also going to raise a crowdfunder, for it and stuff. And if I get that, I'll make that next and stuff. And I was thinking about auditioning, but then I also saw the crowdfunder. I was like, well, wait a minute. I could skip the auditions and just be a perk buyer, buy to be killed in the film. And then, I'm all set. And then I just got real lucky. It just blew up from there. Dave and Amber absolutely loved my Roger character. to where Dave kept on putting me in more and more scenes. Like, originally I was only supposed to be in like 1 or 2 scenes. I was supposed to be killed off, but Dave's like, I want to keep building you
He
off.
built you up. I mean, I was always your friends with you before that, but he built you up. I'm like, I get this fucking guy on because he was telling me, like, you're just a natural. And then I see your sense of humor. I go, I ain't talking to this fucking cat. I know probably an hour and a half of your life almost, because it's going to go a bit longer. But is it cool in the future to get you as a co-host, maybe, or a guest again, maybe around
Absolutely.
October?
No, like I love doing these things. I love talking shop, and I love just talking about random movies. Like,
I'm a rambler.
Oh yeah, I am too, as you can tell. I mean, like, like I love to talk. So no, yeah, dude, I'd be more than happy to, man.
I'm grabbing 20 more minutes out of you. Can I go to 10:30? Is that cool? 20 more
Absolutely,
minutes, I promise.
yeah.
Then you can cut the cord and you can apologize to the old lady for me.
Oh no, honestly, she's already gone to bed with the puppy and stuff. After
I was gonna say you're not just bullshitting. You're a real animal. Let's go off subject because I love to get to know the real people. You're an animal lover, huh, brother?
Oh, the big one. We have 2 dogs, 3 cats, a leopard gecko, frogs, and we currently have fish. But the wife has decided that she's not going to get any more fish when they all come and pass. She wants to replace them and get turtles.
Reptilia. You guys like the
5-gallon aquarium. So,
oh, you love it. I mean, there's wild turtles, wild rabbits, wild fucking, you name it. There's geckos walking around. You'd love Maine. I'm gonna get you up here. You'll never leave.
Trust me. Although we don't hold a candle to, well, I don't want to say Dave and Amber. It's mostly Amber, but Dave, I think always said, but yeah, they got a boatload of pets too. I mean, they even have a pet pig.
No way.
And she a big girl, yeah.
I've heard of people doing that shit. People are wild. It's not just cats and dogs, which is fine, but people go the whole. I've heard people having foxes. I think people have had different, obviously ferrets, but just different shit. Whatever. So whatever, man. I'm open to anything. So what do you see yourself doing this time next year? You see yourself more involved in films, maybe doing some conventions, maybe writing a book?
I always, I never thought about writing a book, but like when I hung out and talked to a lot of my friends and they've asked about things I've done in my life, they're like, you really should do one. And I haven't ruled it out. I mean,
I buy it.
I mean, I don't know what I would call it, but it's
just a biography about your path, right?
Yeah,
what you've come through.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I guess like if I was going to title it anything, I would probably just title it Grateful, just because that's how I feel. Because everything in life I've ever wanted to pursue, I got the opportunity to try it and to really have a good shot at trying it. Like with Muay Thai, I got to train. I even got to be a trainer for UFC fighters. I got called in to be sparring partner.
Killer, man.
And some of these people are very well known, like people that who have won big titles and stuff. Like I've trained with these people. I have taken beatings from some of these people. And I know it sounds like this is a highlight, but yes, it was for me.
Right, it is. Be proud of that shit. That's a highlight as well.
Exactly.
That's a discipline that most people can't do. But you must have had, not to cut you off, but you must have had a certain diet or regimen as far as training.
Oh my God! Everything was like chicken, rice, vegetable. My cheat day was on Fridays, where I was allowed to have steak and I was allowed to have cream spinach. And if I was really good if I had a fight coming up and I was good on weight, I could have a treat. And you know what my treat was? Regular plain yogurt with diced fresh fruits. That was my treat. And I lived that lifestyle for about 16, 17 years.
So there's no Domino's in Thailand.
I mean, I naturally walked around like at $153, and then most of my fight career I dropped weight to 145. A couple of times I did drop to 135, but it was rough. I mean, I loved the size advantage I had, but it drained me. Like I didn't have I was a bounce off the wall cardio kind of guy, and when I was dropping down to 135. It's like I was really good and solid for like the first few rounds, but then I could feel myself starting to fade at 135. At 145, I was a machine. I could go 5 rounds, no problem. And you'd get the same pace out of me in round 5 as you did in round 1 and 2.
Wow, muscle and bone, muscle and bone,
cardio. I mean,
wow, impressive. Holy shit. I got to see some of this action. I hope there's a video somewhere. Sorry to cut you off. That's fucking fantastic. Keep going. Buck 45. Wow, soaking wet.
Yeah. But it's also why I prefer that way. It made weight cuts a lot easier because when I did the 135 ones, I actually still remember one. And God bless Mike. If any of my training partners from Vanguard gyms are watching this, this is a massive shout out to you all for keeping me sane and keeping me from killing someone. But I had it was one of my 135-pound weight cuts, and I was in the sauna trying to cut weight. I had the sweatsuit on. Well, we didn't have the cycle in there, but I did. But we did have focus mitts, and I had gloves, so I was doing like focus mitt work while in there, and it was getting bad. Like, it was to the point where like my body was shaking at times. Like I could like feel my muscles start to break down, which happens in the weight cuts. It's all part of it. It sucks, but it's something you have to go through. And this one guy came in and he was a really nice guy. He could tell I was obviously cutting weight and training for a fight and stuff. And he's just one of those kind of guys. He was so inquisitive. Like he had 1,001 questions. And he kept throwing out questions at me, and any other time besides that time, I would have sat there and I would have gabbed with him for hours. But it's like, dude, you are catching me right in the middle of the way. My body is breaking down, my mind is breaking down. Like I want to give up everything right now.
He's trying to get you to focus, though.
Yeah,
I get it.
Right. Yeah, fortunately, like my teammates started seeing it, and they guys started talking to him a little more. They kind of were like interjecting into the conversation. I was like, thank you, and stuff. But this is one of those things where it's just like, it's one of those little small things, I guess you could say that, it was like, you really appreciate your team a lot. Like, even though when you get in there, it's a one-man sport, which is one of the reasons why I loved it so much is, like, I do love team sports, but I also, when it comes to like really competing, I want to stand on my own because like if I fail, I want it to be done by my hands. If I win, I want to say I made it to the finish line, and it wasn't my
fucking man. Dude, I'm listening to you talk, and you're an inspiration because you literally, like you said, you're making gold out of dirt. Like you're literally. The odds are against you since forever, and you've literally overcome it. It's fucking inspiring, man. I could talk to you for another fucking 3 hours. I'm not trying to bullshit you and act all weird, but dude, you're a fantastic talk.
Hey, I got a funny feeling if we were in person right now, we probably would be chatting for the next 3 hours.
I'm like, hold on, let me go roll another joint, put on YouTube, put on a music video. Let me think. I had a bunch of questions. I asked you a bunch. Let me think of some more because you've answered everything I need to meet. I literally know you as a human as I know now, which is great. Let me think. Do you see yourself in comedies at all? Not horrors?
Actually, I did do one comedy with a different film group. Funny enough, when I was at Carolina Fear Fest, their company was actually the next booth over to us called Absurd Productions. It was called One of One. It's a story about a rich tycoon guy who's trying to find the next big idea. So he hires a lot of random people to come up with their best invention idea. I play a failing stand-up comedian who has a diehard love for the Three Stooges. And even when I do my pitch to the guy, I do a curly, actually, he's like, so do you have something interesting to show me? I'm like, certainly.
Oh, good. You sound just like him. I gotta ask you, say comedian, like you're on stage, like a stand-up comedian in the movie?
Well, it was actually a movie where I just played a stand-up comedian.
I get you.
Yeah, I never really done stand-up comedian. I think the only thing that counts, which, you know what? You're such a cool guy. You know what? I want to give you something fun to share. So I'll go and share this with you. It's pretty embarrassing. I don't think I've told too many people about this one. So let's go and share it. When I was a baby, like probably, I think I was like 3 or 4 years old. My sister was into ballet and dance. Well, we were at one of her dance recitals, and bear in mind, I'm like we're talking early '80s here, like 81 here and stuff, kids just in a diaper, like roaming around, was widely accepted. Like it wasn't a big thing. Well, I guess at that young of an age, I saw my sister up there all dancing and everything, and then they got done with their thing, and they were having a break between them and the next dance group. Apparently, like, and it's on video. My parents have this on video. I apparently got inspired that I waltzed up there, pulled myself up to the stage in a diaper, and I just started kind of just doing so like hand dance in front of everybody, and the crowd is just dying laughing. Like it's like the most adorable thing they've ever seen in their life.
No rehearsal, no prompting. You just went up there, fucking.
Yeah, like I said, like I'm just not big. Like I have no idea what's going on. Really, I for whatever reason hopping on stage and being in front of all those people, like and just doing that. And in retrospect now, it makes so much sense because, like I said, that's my biggest thing. Like I love making people laugh. Like I think it's one reason why I love doing the movies with Dave too, is because he puts me usually in fun roles. Like Roger was a fun role. Like even with Go Away was a funny one.
You seem pretty free, pretty open to do whatever. Pretty just.
Oh yeah. Well, what was fun with Go Away with that one was like I got so excited about getting to play Devilface as the masked killer. Like in this one, like I told Davey, like, dude, I want my own masked killer. Like he was like, well, funny enough, I'm writing this movie called Go Away, and one of the masked killers, I was actually, thinking that you might be perfect for actually, but I want you to audition for it. So I auditioned for it, and even the thing you can audition, it sounded like something like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a cool masked killer. And I did the audition, and Dave goes, hey, good news, you got the part. I'm like, oh, awesome. He goes, yeah, now I'm gonna give you the whole script. I'm like, awesome, I'm gonna read it right now. And I started reading, like, wait a minute. I'm a masked killer, yeah. But I'm a coward. I don't kill anyone. I run and hide at the first sign of danger. Like
you kind of lead the parade, though. You're kind of the puppeteer. I mean,
yeah. But then when I saw the movie like unfold and everything, I was like, you know what? I may not have been one of the masked killers, but I had a great memorable role in that film, and also like I was the reason it all happened. When you really think about, because I was the driver, I'm the one that led them.
Dude, you guys are hand in hand in a lot of these great fucking films that I got, and I tell you, I'm a fan of what's to come. So yeah.
Well, David Amber and Owen Young, Owen Young's our DP. He is absolutely phenomenal. He deserves a lot of the props and the credit. Amber, obviously, Amber's special effects are absolutely mind blowing. Every film, I think there's no way she's going to blow my mind any further, and yet she does. The next film, I'm like, wow.
Dude, these chicks are strong. Mandy Caminino, I had her on like a week ago. She's doing the Killer Pizza with her husband.
Oh, yeah.
She's fantastic. I mean, these chicks are killing this field, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's fantastic. And there's so many people new these fresh faces. I'm not trying to cut you off again. But there's so many of you fucking guys that are so humble and down to earth, but know you guys is shit. I mean, do you really think you'd be where you're at right now? Do you really envision yourself doing this? I mean, you're content, right?
Oh no, I'm very.
Sky's the limit.
But yeah, no, I mean, this was originally a bucket list thing for me, and like I was just gonna do a one and done, like especially a camp slasher. Like it's one of my favorite genres, so it's perfect. But honestly, especially on the movie side, I owe a vast majority of this to Dave. Dave, like I've said before, Dave's the one who took chances on me. Dave's the one who took a perk buyer and made him literally one of the co-stars of his film.
Smart.
And then he took it a step further and gave that same guy, an opportunity to be his producer and to be one of his main go-to right-hand man moving forward. And that too was a big gamble and big chance he took on me. Like, and I don't forget those things. Yes, it all worked out. Like, I feel like at least it worked out great for all of us. But he had no idea knowing at that time it was all a risk. Hopefully this will work out, but it may blow up in my face. And a lot of people won't take that risk, especially on someone who just came on to be a perk buyer. But Dave saw a lot of potential in me, and that's why, I will, anytime Dave ever needs me for anything, I will always be there to help out Dave and Amber. Like, they will always have my undying support. Plus, they're family. Like, Amber and my wife, Jamie, are, some of the closest of friends. despite how you see me and Dave online, Dave and I are actually very.
Well, you're a fucking joke. So everybody that follows you knows you have the shit you tell. You can't tell what the fuck's going on, and you treat your friends like family, and that's dope. We're gonna cut you free. 5 more minutes. Is there anything that you want to talk about? 5 more minutes. Anything I left out you want to mention? That I can't think of that we can save for next time.
I guess if anyone watching isn't already, follow us on Slasher15. Slasher Nurse is going to be coming out, and this fall we are hoping to have our theatrical release of Bloody Summer Camp 2.
Two in the world. He's back. He's back. You guys follow me, Historically Haunted VODCAST, Historically Haunted Booking. I'm going to share and promote because they help me out. You guys know that. Adam Began, I'm Historian Ghost Hunter. I'll be there sharing. Couple minutes left to go, Mike. I appreciate your fucking time. It's been a blast. I'm a big fan. I really, like I said, I love Pinhead. I love the big boys. I love Kane Hodder, but I love the up and coming because I want to get to know you guys before you become big and don't want to talk to me.
That won't happen.
I know, I'm playing. But you're so talented in all these areas of everything from acting, producing, and movie tie. I'm not reading this guy. This fucking guy. Do you sleep at all? Do you and your girlfriend do anything? Do you guys actually go on, real quick before we go? What do you do in your fun times? Down, you guys just watch films and have popcorn, pizza, and shit, or?
Oh, yeah, we do fun movie times. Matter of fact, a lot of times, Dave, Amber, and me and my wife Jamie will all get together for like a movie hangout night.
The best.
Oh yeah, sometimes like a lot of our cast, our crew members will swing all by the house because we do a lot of things at our house. We do all the script readings, and usually the cast rap parties are always held here because it's a big giant museum. Like downstairs is all horror museum, upstairs is like a giant Slasher 15 museum, like a life-size statue of Devil Face upstairs, a life-size statue of Slash Nurse. I get all the giant posters, props from the films. I got the original Camp Trustfall sign, like the wooden one from the original movie.
I want a shirt so fucking bad. God damn it. Good. Well, that's good because I literally have about 45 more questions for you for next time. It means you have to come back on. Your soul's mine now. I need to get you back on. Dude,
you are freaking awesome, man. So I will be more than happy to, man.
Oh, you're recorded, so that's under oath. So tomorrow I got to work, and I'm going to see my old lady. I live 3 hours north of her, but I'm going to go see her for the weekend. And I'm going to have this on YouTube, Historically Haunted on YouTube. I have all my old episodes. You can see Beatrice Bopel and all them on there. I'm going to have you in my keep forever. So we'll talk to you soon. Mike, it was a blast, man. I know we had a little problems in the beginning, but thank you for coming on the show and let me steal your time.
Brother,
give my best to Mrs. Mike. And we'll plan something maybe next time I can get you and Kerr and his old lady. I can have up to 4 guests. We'll do like a little 4-way, not to be gross or weird, but a 4-way. Is that cool?
Nothing weird.
Whatever. I got protection. I've been tested. Hey guys, check out Mike. Check out his IBMD. If you guys don't see him, just who was that guy again? Whatever the fuck. Check him out. Message me. I will let you know. Historical Haunted Booking and Historian Ghost Hunter. I'll hook you up with the deeds. Thank you guys for watching. Mike,